Welcome, Hope Zavara, and I would like to take you through a few postures this morning incorporating plank. Plank is such a commonly used staple core posture, but I think many people rush through it and feel confused about what exactly they should be feeling and what exactly they should be focusing on in plank. So a couple props that you might need is possibly a block, foam, or cork, or wood, whatever you have, and possibly a mini ball. Now if you don't have a mini ball, a foam block will work. Also kind of a bulky rolled towel, but nothing too slippery, maybe rubber banded or a string tie it so that it doesn't come unrolled. And yourself, most importantly. All right, let's begin. So tabletop position to start. And from a tabletop position, let's come back and step into a plank. But before you do that, I want you to take the ball and place it between the thighs, just above the knee. So closer to the knee than the groin. Why is the ball helpful? Because it can really help stimulate more core awareness and most importantly, more pelvic floor awareness. And really think of the pelvic floor as a part of your core or your pelvic floor or pelvic core rather than a separate area or separate entity. Think of it as one big unit. All right, arms are aligned under the shoulders. Turn the folds of the elbows forward, roll the toes under and come into Plankasana. Without sticking your booty up, I want you to neutral the pelvis and just gently draw your hip bones up a little bit closer towards your core and feel that nice earthquake. So inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Inhale, feeling some deflation in the core but limited belly breathing. Without hunching. Last breath. All right, knees drop to the mat, sit back, take about 3 breaths here. Really focus on keeping the length through the underarm so that we can feel deeper stretch in the lower back. Great, inhale, come back up, tabletop. Give the green ball a nice squeeze, step back again into plank. Once you find plank, if you need to, come to one knee and then you won't be using a ball. Keeping the legs even, shift your body weight over to the right without having this big extreme shift. And I want you to uncurl the opposite toes. So I'm doing opposite of you here. Inhale, no need to lift the leg any higher. Exhale, keep it nice and low. Inhale and exhale. Think about that transversus core load. Hips are level. Now let's push front to back. Inhale, push, exhale, back 1. Inhale, push, exhale, back 2. Inhale, push. Notice how I'm not hinging. Last breath. Feet to the floor, knees to the mat, just 2 breaths. Inhale, come up tabletop, roll the toes under, back into plank. Opposite foot, keep a good engagement on the ball. Notice how my ankles are parallel, 5 breaths. Keep your heart forward. Press into every fingertip. All right, here goes the front and back pump. Inhale forward, exhale back. It's mainly the ankle moving. 3, 4, keep breathing, 5, and now down dog. Jackknife the hips. And lengthen through the spine without sagging the chest. If you need to, a little bend in the knees, 5 breaths. Knees to the mat, Bhaktasana or Balasana, 3 breaths. Inhale, roll up, and now omit your ball and come down to the forearms. So if you need to, this is where you would stick your block between the palms, palms face in or palms face up. Try not to have it just between the fingertips, your entire hand. Elbows situate under the shoulder, the entire forearm's pushing into the floor. Step back now into forearm plank. Let's take 5 breaths. Really lengthen your spine, and the more you compress down with your forearms, the more you're going to feel core load. If you're not very effective in your pelvic floor, your hip flexors are going to do all the work for you. Keep breathing. And now let's do twisted forearm plank so feet can turn, stack, or stagger. Press the hip up. You're feeling external and internal oblique. Weight is even in the forearms. Keep your chest square with the floor. We're going to pulse the top foot about 6 inches 10 times with the flexed foot. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to center. Inhale. Knees to the earth. Sit back. 3 breaths. Now while you take those 3 breaths, I'm just going to turn around so that I can still face you on the opposite side. Inhale, come up. Let's return back to forearm plank. You're doing great. Sit back with the feet. Lengthen the body. Shoulders slide down your spine. 5 breaths. Engage your thighs. Glutes are the last thing to turn on. Now turn your feet towards me. You can take the top foot to the floor, but try not to shift your body weight towards the front arm. Open your hips and lift. Flex the top foot. Here we go. Let's pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to center. Lower your body down. Unroll the toes and reach through the toes. Now palms can turn down or they can stay in or up. Let's move into a Sphinx. Drag your hands back as you move your heart forward. Lengthen through the legs and gently contract the belly. Any feet falling up off the floor, a good sign your glute or hamstring might be overworking. Sink into the shoulders, notice how that feels, and press back up. 2 more breaths. Roll the toes under using the strength of the transversus. Move through forearm plank and into puppy dog. 5 breaths in puppy dog. Knees to the mat. Sit back on your heels. This time turn your palms up and sit back and breathe. Inhale, roll up, hands come behind, let your shoulders roll back, lift your heart so there's minimal back discomfort. Gently look up or keep the eye line forward. Exhale, tip the head to the floor, come off of your heels. Move my necklace here. And now hands come onto the floor, roll to the back of the head. Really important, make sure you're on the back of the head, not the crown, and release the neck. Inhale, come back up, arms come up overhead, lift your heart, lean back. Exhale, hands to prayer. Great plank practice. For more information, visit my website at hopesofara.com. I'd love to hear from you, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube site, feel free to do that. And also, I have a weekly blog that goes out at hopesofara.com. I hope to see you soon. From my heart to yours, from my soul to yours, have an amazing spring day. Namaste.